Come on, Minu. Hey guys, Movie Fan here to do a brand new live stream with everybody. And I brought Bonnie here with me to help me out. Oh, we got a first guest. Hey, Shamar.
Hi.
Good to see you. Well, as you already know, we're here to talk about, Watchmojo. We're here to call out all the things that they got wrong. Or maybe it should be more like everything they got
wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
So true. And they're guilty of a lot of this, man.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I know between the two of us, we got a long list ready to call out here.
Though, I would like to say, first of all, I do want to congratulate Watchmojo for being able to make videos literally every day, because it's not easy. Hey, Benjamin Slater.
Hey, Benjamin. Good to see you.
It's not an easy thing to upload movies,
Yeah.
literally every day. And I do like when they give some input, and I do like when they get some things right, but I've been waiting to call them out for a long time on this.
Yeah, we got Antoni here.
Hey, Antoni.
Well, I don't know. I mean, what do you think, Bonnie?
I'm good. Sure, let's do it.
All right. Let's get that link set here. Give me 1 second here, folks.
Okay,
but it's going to be a little temporary here because, we got to get started sooner or later. And yes, I will not deny it's not easy, but I do want to bring up the fact that, they obviously have a real production crew to do this. So with all due respect, I mean, come on, it's not like any of us could do it, us small timers, so to speak. So, but either way, you'd expect that a few times they would do a little better. Now, granted, that I used to like Watchmojo. These days, it's on the scale for me anymore. Ah, here he is. Okay. Antoni.
Good evening.
Welcome to the show.
Hey, Antoni.
Hey, Bonnie. Hello, movie fan.
Okay.
How you guys doing?
Antoni.
Doing great.
Doing okay. I'm going to cut that out.
I'm in the middle of editing my review of Idomeneo by Mozart at the Staatsoper in Linden.
Oh, nice.
And I'm going to say a few words about Watchmojo.
Oh.
On the one hand, my experience with Watchmojo is a sort of guilty pleasure thing. It's almost like Wikipedia, right? In which I was able to kind of get some snippets here and there.
Hey, Shamar.
Hey, Shamar. Hey, but I try not to use Watchmojo in excess because it's very, very corporate. When it comes to reviews and countdowns, I'd rather hear it from real people. And I've also found myself just nodding or just shaking my head in disagreement with a good chunk of what Watchmojo tries to do.
Yeah.
Whether it's anime or Super Sentai, it's like I kind of feel like they missed the mark. And I don't know if they've even hired actual experts for this. Miss Mojo is slightly better, but the main, somewhat. I don't also agree with that too, but Watchmojo is like, no.
Yeah.
Not always. I mean, it's like I keep telling myself, it's like Wikipedia.
Yeah. And I won't deny one thing, though. I like it when they do superhero origins from the comic books, and they make it very clear there's multiple origins for just about every comic book character. Take, like Wolverine or anyone, really. I mean, there's multiple ones, and I'll give them that. And they do cover some real good ones. They just make it very clear what they're focusing on, and that's fine. But, it's just when they do some other stuff, it's getting kind of ridiculous. And I swear they are doing what Wikipedia tells them to do. That's half the problem here. And let's see. I know Bonnie and me, I got a pretty good list right here of stuff I've been itching to call out. But, since I know, Bonnie, you have been itching so badly,
Well, I can wait on the one I've been itching on the most.
Okay.
But-
So
But I can start off with saying one thing they should have done. One thing they did get wrong, and I originally wasn't sure if adding things on or leaving, or if leaving off or forgetting something to add to their list counts. But I think in this case, it most definitely counts.
I
In
think it does.
2019, they came out with their worst movie lists
Uh-oh.
before Cats came out.
Mm.
And Cats wasn't even on the list. And everybody in the comments was like, you should have waited. You should have waited. Why did you wait before Cats came out? That's the worst 2019 movie.
Yeah, they
So-
literally premiered it like weeks before the end of the year, and then Cats
Right.
came out.
Yeah.
How could it be the full year
big
if it's
mistake.
not?
I don't know, man.
I never even cared for the 2019 Cats movie.
Don't watch
I'd rather-
it. Trust
Yeah,
me.
exactly. I have avoided
Watch the
like
play.
the play.
Watch the play. The play's better.
It's basically better on stage because there's a lot of stuff with Cats that you could get away with more on stage than on film because
Yeah.
on stage I don't know if it's just a question of diegesis, but
Could be.
it's mainly the style.
Mhm.
With film, you can't really expect me to take it too seriously. If it were animated, I can kind of live with it.
That's a
Yeah.
possibility.
As
Yeah.
live action, no, you just can't.
Nope, definitely
But
not.
then again,
I agree.
an animated film with cats that's still a musical is Gay Paris, which is quite nice.
Hey, bro, good to see you.
Sky Stuff,
Hey,
guys.
Joe, and Stevie are always being inaccurate and just hungry for views.
Yeah,
Well, they've got all the views in the world practically.
Yeah.
literally.
But I think
They-
it's also content recycling that tends to irk me about Watchmojo.
Yeah,
That's the other
I know.
thing.
Yeah, I used to
They've
watch.
recycled all their things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Shamar? I'm sorry.
I used to watch them years ago, and find out I don't even watch it no more.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
why not?
I've given up.
Certain dumb reasons, because they doesn't even make sense.
It's okay.
Yeah.
In what way?
Well, certain movies is not true, and certain movies does true. So, yeah.
Okay. But, since you bring that up, Antonio, that does bring me to my first thing on the list. And that's the fact that, they are rehashing their old footage, their old countdowns. They're turning them into top 20 lists now. And even worse,
Yeah.
I've even seen them literally go, like,
Man.
I remember one top 10 list some years ago. I think it was something about I'm pretty sure it was a worst movies list. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was for 1 year, not 2019, a different year. And then all of a sudden, about a few years later, all of a sudden, same thing, but with a different narrator.
Mm-hmm.
Cheap, very cheap,
Yeah,
very cheap
very.
shot.
Yeah.
Not just cheap, but
Other
just,
times they don't
just
change a
keep it
single
lazy.
word.
No, they don't. They
I
really
said-
don't. They just get a different narrator.
Or they keep the same narrator and they just don't change a single thing. Like their top 20 Jim Carrey improvisations.
No,
They have
yeah.
the exact same narrator and the exact same lines from the top 10.
Yep.
I mean, I love watching that list, don't get me wrong, because I love seeing anything he does, and love seeing anything that's improvisation from him, but
Sure.
couldn't you have said maybe one or two things differently?
Yeah. I agree.
Or a little more enlightened, something that says, like, looking at it now, maybe it's a little different or something. It would be a start. But yeah. Yeah, and doubling back on Cats again. I mean, I've said this already, but I just want to make sure everybody out there heard us. That I'm sorry, they posted their top 10 worst 2019 list literally weeks before the year was over. You got to wait for the year to end, and
Yeah.
Cats proves it.
And they used
Yes,
to do that, actually.
Exactly.
every
Exactly.
time.
You got to wait for the year to end. There could be
And they
a
don't.
turkey around the corner.
And
there
they
was.
don't. They don't. Wait, literally.
Yeah,
The
They
problem
don't
was
even
they used
hear.
to do that, and they
That's
didn't
true,
that
bro.
one time, which really shocked me.
yeah. And Skystub's right. That does lead to false information for a lot of people, and that's not right.
Mhm. Exactly. That's another thing. And that's another Achilles heel about Watchmojo. You know, research seems to fly way beyond their heads.
Yeah.
And when they do it, it's just totally half-assed. Okay, granted, I'm no saint when it comes to research, but
No, sorry.
when
Yeah.
it comes to really trying to get into the nitty-gritty, it's something that I know fully well I should never ever take for granted. Based
Yeah.
on Watchmojo's vocal delivery, it seems like they don't. It seems like the narrators just seem to run through the motions without scrutinizing where they actually got their or where they get their opinions from, or how they base their opinions from. It's like or how they base their arguments from. And this is coming from someone who is originally from the humanities program, or more specifically, English as my major, musicology as my minor, and American Studies as my master's. And I'm also going to continue on with another master's program, which is media and communication management. That just tells me right there with Watchmojo that the research that they do is half-assed at worst and half-hearted at best.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely.
Skystub.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about, and I hate to tell you this, bro. Your Cat didn't make number one. The Yellow Ranger from Lost Galaxy made number one. Selena, I believe her name was Selena. I believe her name was in real
Serena
life.
Vincent.
That's it,
Yeah,
Karina Vincent. Thank you.
Yeah,
And for the record, you know, I was going to hold off on this, but since Skystub just brought it up, I'll bring it up anyway. The fact is, I do. Well, personally, for me, I would still say that Amy Jo Johnson should have been number one, or at least close to it. But you know, that's just me talking. She was on the list, though. That was important, and I'm glad that she was. Kat, I think she should have been a little lower down, to be honest. And I'm sorry, but Selena Vincent, no. I'm sorry. I will not deny she is a good-looking girl. She really is. But, you know, if you saw her in Lost Galaxy, she was just, well, I think Jonathan, the reviewer, said it best. She's only popular or voted number one in this case because of she was the jungle girl in that one. You know, that's one reason.
Yeah.
But I think there's another reason, and I don't want to say this, but I'll say it anyway. I think it was because by the time they did that hottest female Power Rangers video, she had done a few movies, and one of them she did one of those stupid parodies. I can't remember what it was called, but it was something to do with college. Anyway,
was that not another teen movie?
You know, that's probably it. That's got to be it. And in that one,
yeah,
folks, I'm sorry to say this, she was naked the whole time in the whole picture, topless, the works. I swear that's the real reason that she got number one on the list. I swear.
Yeah.
That would make
and
sense.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I mean, I won't lie. Amy Jo Johnson did have one scene in one picture, but it was nothing like that, though. So, and there was one thing that was completely disgraceful to this. They did not bring up or even mention Tui Trang.
Yeah.
And she was beautiful. Yeah. In fact,
is.
Yeah. And Bonnie, here comes the first video. Are you still there? Okay, you're still there. I thought you froze on me.
That's right, because Serena
I'm still
Vincent
here.
used to be Miss Nevada Teen USA back in 1996.
That explains a lot, doesn't it? Anyway, I put together a little video, mostly so Bonnie, you can see what I'm talking about with Tui Trang. Shamar and Tony, I know you know, but for the rest of the world, and especially Bonnie, who doesn't know Power Rangers, That's okay. That's okay.
I know the names. I know
That's
I know the names, and
Well, that's all right. That's all right. Don't worry.
I'm learning.
Well, this is her. Give it a second, folks.
Oh.
I used a few pictures. I'm going to hide that for a minute.
Is that your mother's purse that you were telling me about? Got the lipstick you wanted.
Thank you, Trini.
There's Amy
Siren
Johnson.
Song Red.
Yeah, can you believe that?
Here you go, ladies. 2 diet sodas.
Thanks.
Thanks. Siren Song Red. Who named these things anyway?
I don't know.
I hate the delay they do on this thing. I don't know. What
Would you
it
like
is.
to study with me
I
later
don't understand.
for the test?
Sure. I like that.
Great. I'd like that too.
Oh God.
Bye, Richie.
And I will remove that. I won't need it anymore. But yeah, she was beautiful. She should have gotten
Yeah.
at least a mention.
Absolutely.
And
Yeah.
they
Not
I
just
agree.
didn't even
beautiful,
bother
but
with her.
had grace.
Why they didn't mention it anyway? They should.
And here's an interesting fact for you, Bonnie. Even though, what's the impression you get from just seeing her for that little bit of time in that footage?
A very pretty, very lively.
I agree. Well, she also comes off as this sweet girl. Well, everyone who worked with her said that was no act. That was really her. She really was just like that. Yeah, that made her extra special, I think, in this series.
Surprise
But
Doug
yeah,
has.
they didn't even mention her at all. That was
No,
just
they
wrong.
don't. Yeah.
So,
That's such a disservice. I mean, it also says
she
a
also
lot.
played the villain. It's in The Crow. Yeah,
Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
And really, it says a lot when the Disney Brain, I don't know if you guys know this YouTuber, made a way better countdown of Pink Rangers and Yellow Rangers.
Oh yes, I did catch that. So
I haven't seen that one.
Um,
I'll have to look it up later.
well, Bonnie,
Trust
have you
me.
caught up on Power Rangers at all? I'm sorry, I gotta
I've been
ask it.
busy. I've been
Trust me,
working
you
It's
lately.
will not
okay, it's
regret
okay.
it. You will not regret it.
It's
It
okay,
definitely
Bonnie.
opened my eyes.
Oops. At least I
That's
could do.
all right.
At least I could do a Rita impression.
That's okay. I had to give you a little bit of a ribbing on that one just because, but yeah.
Though speaking of Disney, that does bring up another Watchmojo that
Hmm.
everybody was disappointed about. So
Yep.
it did a top 10 Disney princesses, and they did live action and animated. Name a couple princesses you would think
Glad to have you,
would
bro.
be on that list. Right? Anybody?
Who would be on the list, do you think?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Any Disney princess that you would put on the list.
Princess Jasmine.
Okay.
I would say Snow White. She's still pretty legendary.
Yep.
For me, it is Cinderella.
I'm sorry.
Cinderella, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Cinderella.
Cinderella.
But I also think for nostalgia's sake, I would go with Princess Aurora because I was a huge Sleeping Beauty fan ever since I was 5 or 6 years old.
So what Watchmojo did for this one was they put most of the Disney princesses up there. And number one was, they put most of the animated ones except for, and Ariel wasn't showing up just yet.
Right.
Yeah, Aurora, Ariel, Anna, and Elsa. Well, Elsa definitely got mentioned. Belle was mentioned. I think Aurora might have been mentioned. Ariel
picture
didn't
that.
get mentioned at all.
What?
Number
Another
one
one, another.
was Leia from Star
Right.
Wars. I mean, I like Princess Leia, but really, above Ariel? Seriously?
And that's its own thing. Literally.
Yeah.
Star Wars is its
Yeah.
own thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
Mhm.
I can't remember.
Just because they
True.
bought the rights to it, that's no excuse.
I can't
And-
remember if that
Another
was during the time
Yeah, man, they make it worse.
it had the rights or not, but still, yeah, exactly, Benjamin. I agree.
I'll just be
it
drinking
was-
my haterade here.
Exactly. So, yeah, Watchmojo, seriously, I mean, we like Leia.
No,
I
that's
mean,
okay.
I certainly like Leia. She wasn't
Yeah.
Disney at the time. I mean,
No,
she might
it
be
was
now,
Fox.
but
It was Fox
Ariel,
at the time.
Ariel. Why wasn't Ariel on that list?
Right.
I don't know.
It's Jasmine, by the way. Jasmine was her name.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay.
Definitely. Okay.
I'm calm.
All right. buddy.
Do you guys want to add anything? What was a list that you disagreed with?
Anyone?
Anybody in the comments as well? Feel free to drop in.
Oh, I'm sure Sky's Double definitely bring us a few. I'm sure of that. You know, I will bring up something that. Oh.
Okay, so
Oh,
Sky Stuff.
he's got him one. There we
That
go.
was before. Okay, so
Oh,
yeah, Watch
yeah.
Mojo.
I was
Yeah.
Shame,
Exactly.
shame, Watch Mojo.
Failed
In
to
fact,
do the
What was that
research.
song? Shame, shame on you.
Shame on
Shame
you.
on you. Can you hold your head up high? Look him in the eye. No, you
Let me
can't.
see.
Shame on you. Oh,
Give me a second. Let me see if I can
Oh,
shoehorn
yeah,
him in.
come on. The
Yeah.
more the
Yep.
merrier.
There you go,
Throw
Ben.
in.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to try, but I've never had this many people on at once before, so I don't know what's going to happen.
I
so,
have. I
had to. I have.
when I
Okay.
did the Disney remake
All right,
live
all right.
stream.
Yeah.
Okay. Come on in, Benjamin.
Welcome aboard.
Gotta be around here somewhere.
Yeah, before Disney bought it, it was Fox at the time.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
Leia has
definitely.
no business being on that list.
Yeah, no, she doesn't.
If it were like Star Wars ladies, that's fine, but
Yeah.
But this
All right,
day,
I'm here.
There we go.
Hey,
Hey,
Ben.
Hey.
Hey, I will admit that I have been listening to you guys. I do get what you're saying about watching Miss Mojo, but
Yeah.
but I've used it as a source for coming up with some of my countdown ideas on my channel.
Right.
Nothing wrong with that, I don't
That's
think.
fair.
I mean,
But
heck.
that's not what I came on here to say.
Hmm.
What I came on here to say was there's something that Bonnie and I talked about in the live stream where I first met her that I absolutely have to bring to the forefront. There's one Unwatch Mojo video that both Bonnie and I have seen that I have never or really forgiven in them for something they said in it. They did a countdown of top of children's shows that parents find annoying.
That's the one.
And much to me and Bonnie's chagrin, VeggieTales was on that list.
Yeah, I messed up.
I have
That was
never
bad.
forgiven them for this, and
What was that? What was on
you
the
know
list?
what? Let's do it. I guess I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna say everything I hated about that list. So, this was a list of basic. This was back in 2014. And it was pretty much a list of shows that parents would find annoying, and it had. So I'm gonna do a count up from what they did. Number 10, Doodlebox. Number 9, Boo Boss. Number 8, VeggieTales. Number 7, The Wiggles. Number 6, Little Einsteins. Number 5, Ubai, I guess. Number 4, Caillou. Number 3, Dora the Explorer. Number 2, Teletubbies. And number 1, Barney and Friends. And I'm going to say that this was their laziest list I had ever seen.
Yeah.
Because
True.
up until
Seriously?
number 4, they do not
Yeah.
explain very well. Like, here are some of their explanations. Like, Little Einsteins. This was their reason this was on the list. The show made parents who didn't make their kids watch the show feel guilty for denying them an advanced education, and parents who did, feeling like they were watching a college level class taught by kindergartners.
Mhm.
What's this doing on the list then?
Yeah,
Mhm.
and
I don't.
besides, I'm not. And besides, even though I'm an adult, I have fond memories of not just Veggie Tales, but Dora the Explorer and Little Einsteins.
Me too.
I haven't seen Little Einsteins. I've only
My niece and nephews used to watch it all the time, so I'm pretty familiar with it. And it's actually pretty darn impressive for what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I used to
Little
watch
Einsteins
it too.
fun.
everything they said on Veggie Tales is pure blasphemy in every way, and
Yeah.
also pure
Oh,
aggravating, and no explanation either. I mean, I'm sorry, Benjamin. I'm going to read the entire thing, and feel
Go
free to
ahead.
boo afterwards or during. Okay, so this is the entire thing that they said about it on their list. Veggie Tales. This wholesome show aimed at delivering biblical messages to the younger generation left parents everywhere scratching their heads. Seriously, what do vegetables have to do with Christianity anyway? Clearly,
Exactly.
this series of computer animated films sparked more questions than answers for most parents who sat through an episode with their kids, and for good reason. To this day, Veggie Tales remains one healthy kids show that will have you craving junk food to cleanse your palate.
Boo!
Oh, man, what the
That's
heck?
ridiculous.
Oh my
And
god. You know what? That's a
Insulting.
red flag. That's a red flag.
Like, nothing about that made sense. It did not explain why parents would or would not like it. And it's also, in fact, movie fan, could you play that clip again, please?
Oh, yeah. Here we go. 1 second, folks.
Wrong,
And whoever picked it, they should be shaming themselves.
Let me back that up a minute. Sorry. It's just.
wrong, 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 wrong. You're wrong, you're wrong, you're wrong.
Pull that away for a minute.
So, yeah, it never explains why parents would like it or not. And on top of that, yeah, Dr. Cox is right. They're wrong about this because my mama, she absolutely loved the show. She loved what it did. And she also would sing along with some of these songs, or on her off time would hum some of these songs.
And me and my sister, despite being adults, us and our family still have fond memories of that show and still have a big collection of the videos to this day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And one commenter, I never got the name of this one, said, well, actually I left off the name because I want to protect their ID. Okay. VeggieTales actually was able to succeed because of college students, and adults liked it. If they didn't, it wouldn't have made it past the first few episodes. So, yeah, I mean, I have never forgiven Watchmojo for this, and I am so mad that they ever included it on this show. And if anything, I would have, another commenter actually mentioned this, and this is perfect. That they should have put Teen Titans Go Away on the list instead, because
that should go away too.
Because that intentionally taught bad messages.
Exactly. Not to mention, Teen Titans Go, I could see why it's a popular punching bag. Number one, it's loud, obnoxious, annoying, and it trolls the viewers. Well, basically, the creators of the show troll the viewers.
That's for sure. It's disgusting.
I know that the Teen Titans Go hate train is something that will always kind of stay strong and for good reason. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
every time I see it on television, I'd like to scream at it, kind of for fun. But I could see why it has its avid fans. It's very avid fans. And its avid haters is very avid haters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally.
But yeah, I would have put that on the list. I would say in place of VeggieTales, or I would take out VeggieTales and Little Einsteins, and
Yeah, take that one out.
I would
Definitely.
I would replace VeggieTales number 8 with maybe Jake and the Neverland Pirates, and I found it annoying. If you guys liked it, sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
okay. Planet Sheen on there too.
And
Planet Sheen's an
I
abomination.
would replace Little Einsteins with Teen Titans Go Away.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, me too. I miss Teen Johnny's.
That was the real good show.
Yeah, I heard it is.
Yeah.
And I can actually finally speak to that, because in order to get on a vein with me, Bonnie, and movie fans' good friend Alpha Lion Simba, I did watch all but one episode of Teen Titans on Watch Cartoons Online, formerly known as Kiss Cartoon.
I'll have to remember that channel. Okay.
It's not a YouTube channel. It's
Oh, I know.
Oh,
I just gotta remember that. That's all.
It's a website. Yeah.
Oh, I know.
It's a
I remember.
website.
Okay. No
Okay.
problem.
But yeah, what I did watch the original Teen Titans on that website, and I was impressed by it, and I promised Alpha that I would not go near Teen Titans Go.
Don't. Seriously, don't. It's not
Never.
worth it.
No, I'm never. I don't know why I even watched it.
It's hard to believe.
I can also mention another thing. I remember that I attended the live stream where Bonnie and Movie Fan talked about Fairly Otter parents, and
Oh my!
and just watching the clip that Movie Fan played, I was like, make it stop.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
You just want to be like the Grinch. Now to take care of those pesky memories. Bam! I'm not kidding. You really just want to do that.
You know,
Sorry
if
for the
Watch
rabbit
Mojo
trail, everyone.
waited, if Watch Mojo waited a decade, with the annoying kids list, they should have added Fairly Otter parents to that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, maybe the
And
next
so
time around they'll
why?
get lazy and add that to their top 20 list. So
Oh, and Watch Mojo, while we're here, little tip for you: if you're going to explain something, actually explain it. Kudos that you did that with Caillou, Dora, and Teletubbies and Barney. Though, frankly, I think Teletubbies is more obnoxious than Barney.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I mean,
still,
Barney's message of kindness is in the right place, but
yeah.
and
for
Teletubbies
I
is
think
just
for the
lazy.
majority of people, it's so sugary. It's so
I won't deny the
syrupy.
truth. I grew up with it, but I get it. You know, I can see
Yeah.
why it would be like that to a lot of people. So
That voice
didn't-
annoys
Me
me.
too. It was on PBS
I didn't
Kids
mind
back then.
Barney either. I didn't mind it. I didn't hate it.
So yeah, I would replace. I would put Teletubbies at number 1 and put Barney at number 2.
Right.
okay, sure.
Because I frankly, Teletubbies is literally nothing.
It really isn't.
In fact, to copy Dr. Cox, it's nothing. And in case that is still not clear,
It has an interesting concept.
Yep, it really is too.
Yeah.
It has an interesting concept, but
I
it
just
feels
thought
like
of
the
another-
Teletubbies are just blank slates.
Yeah,
It's
they
mainly
are.
the kids that they have on screen that have a lot more personality and hobbies.
Mm-hmm.
By comparison, the narrator has more going for him.
No,
And he's not
shit.
much.
And first of all, I'm sorry for the rabbit trail there.
Oh, it's okay. I
Don't worry about it.
and
It's
hey,
all good.
I'm glad we called out this list. I had been waiting for years to call this one out.
It's true.
Mm,
Yeah,
So-
makes me-
Here's another.
Now
and
I
here's
can
a-
rest in peace.
I don't know. Now, I don't know what you guys' opinions are on this next thing I'm going to mention, but I just thought of another list by the Mojos that propped in, that was my direct inspiration for one of the countdowns I made on my channel.
What's that?
They did a countdown of their top 20 Disney Channel old villains, and a huge proportion of that list was as antagonists from the Disney sitcoms.
Oh my god, why? Every
Hmm.
time.
Yeah, it
If
was
they were
top-
going for just TV only, you label it, you know. But no.
Man, every time.
and so the fact that they did primarily sitcoms and live action and stuff with a sprinkling of the cartoons here and there, that's what prompted
Oh,
me
boy.
to make my countdown
Oh
of
man, that's
top 30
joke.
Disney Channel villains, in my opinion.
Way to go.
Good for you, man. And yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Watchmojo inspiring people to come up with better countdowns.
Mhm.
That's for sure.
So thank you
yeah.
for that, Watchmojo.
Yep.
Mhm. Which,
Okay.
if you guys haven't, if some of you who here haven't seen that in my creation on that subject, go ahead and check it out.
Right.
Yeah,
Totally. Got to do that sometime. And you know, my bro Skystubs kept bringing up The Simpsons a few seconds ago, how they keep hanging on there. So that brings me to the next Watchmojo thing that keeps
Disney.
going and going
And Disney.
and going like the Energizer Bunny. And that's how they keep the
And Disney
Simpsons
bought it.
predicted. What?
Disney
sorry?
bought it, and Disney bought the Simpsons. Disney bought
Yeah.
the Simpsons.
Yeah, that's part of the problem right
Right.
now.
I can't believe
But for
it.
Watchmojo, the problem with them right now is the fact that they keep bringing back the times the Simpsons predicted the future. They didn't coin that,
It's
but they
just-
keep it
it's
alive.
just- It's an old
Every
joke.
time.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with them.
It's an
They're
old
wrong.
reused joke.
yeah. And I'm not going to
It doesn't
deny,
make
maybe there are a few moments that are kind of creepy enough to make you think that they might have predicted something, but I'm going to bring one cliche one right here that I am so sick and tired of hearing about. They claim the
too.
Simpsons predicted 9/11. Just
Yeah.
because of that one episode where they're holding up a magazine. I'm using this Phantom of the Opera
Oh my
DVD as an
God,
example here,
every-
where it was a bus with $9 and the Twin Towers, and it looks like 9/11. That
It
is not a
doesn't make
prediction.
sense.
That doesn't count.
Never does make
No,
any
It
it
doesn't
doesn't.
make sense.
No,
That
it
doesn't
doesn't.
count.
No, not at all. In fact, I got a few more down there, but I think I want to move on before I blow out my voice yelling about that one, you know? Because I got
Yeah.
about 3 more on this. I'm not kidding. And one of them has nothing to do with Watchmojo, believe it or not.
Oh.
But I'll come back to that later. But
Wow.
yeah, they were claiming that this prediction of the future thing, which, come on, maybe, you ever heard of a thing called coincidence? That does happen, people.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, V for Vendetta didn't believe in it, but yes, it does happen. That's a
Mhm.
fact. There is such a thing as coincidence.
There is
So-
such a thing as coincidence, but since I will give you that, but there isn't such a thing as luck, really, because
Yeah.
because I'm a Christian, and so I believe that everything happens according to the will of God. So
I
Same.
I don't really believe in luck.
Me too.
Yeah. Luck is a load of baloney anyway. It really is.
Hmm.
And sorry, rabbit trailed again.
Oh, no, you're fine.
It's all right.
You're fine.
It's
no
all
problem.
good.
You're okay,
It needs to
man.
be. Someone
That's
needs
fun.
to say it. That's all there is to it. That's why I see it. Someone needs to say it.
No,
Exactly.
It's
And
all good.
Mhm.
I think when The Simpsons made their show, they weren't looking to outright predict anything. It was
No.
just,
mm-mm.
and yeah, it's fun to call out, oh, they accidentally predicted this, they accidentally predicted that, but Watch Mojo, stop it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and on the
Mojo
on
needs
a
to
similar
stop.
on a similar vibe to predicting, to quote unquote predicting things, my parents make a joke every once in a while when we watch The Princess Bride that
Mm.
that one quote from Wesley predicted COVID a little bit.
Oh, gee.
Oh my
I
god,
get
it.
crazy,
No,
man.
no, it's just that masks are terribly comfortable. I think
Yeah.
everyone will be wearing them in the future. They make a joke about that. My parents do, not Watch Mojo.
Yeah, those things are horrible. Putting up with those things, it really was. Ugh.
Says the
Um,
guy who's still wearing one for the video.
Right. Right. Bonnie, what do you got?
Well, first of all, I want to ask you guys if you, I want to give you guys a chance as well.
That's true, bro. It's
if
true.
you-
They haven't.
If you guys have I have a Watch Mojo, another Watch Mojo list to pick apart.
An issue will do.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, Sky Stub, you're right. They're not the only one, but they're the biggest network right now on YouTube, so they keep it going. That's the biggest problem.
Every time, like, can they take me to themselves and just stop, all right? But
Yeah,
with this
it's almost like every year they come up with a new one, and it drives me nuts. Oh,
Yep.
he's saying the right one here. Yes, they are.
Yep, they're milking it. Okay,
Definitely.
I guess I got one. Okay, this one I brought up a previously movie fan when talking about critics that we disagreed with, and
Oh yeah.
I sort of counted Watch Mojo as a critic somewhat. I mean, or at least online. They
Sure.
do make critiques every now and then, or
Mhm.
even throw in their own spin. But
Sure.
this had me very angry. So they came out with a top 10 Christmas movies that aged poorly.
Oh,
What
boy.
would be a Christmas movie you would think aged poorly?
Grandma got run over by a reindeer.
I was just going
Okay.
to say that.
That
What
should
a
have been on
pile
the
of
list,
trash.
but somehow it didn't make it on the list at all. So that's a
What?
first sin. What actually made it onto the list was Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer by Rankin Bass. And why? Because they say it inspires bullying.
Okay,
And
that's it. Here comes Dr.
Oh
Cox.
my! Here we go again. Oh my goodness!
What do you have to say about it?
Wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
I love that clip. But
Yeah.
So do I.
I mean, the
Me
fact that
too.
they
I
put
can
it on
say this
there,
already, man.
but the fact that they put it on there just really peeved me. And said that it inspires bullying. Oh, shut up. No.
Really?
It says that he's bullied, but it never ever inspired bullying. It never said, "Oh yeah, totally go out and bully somebody." No, this is just
No.
something
It
that
doesn't say
happened
that.
in Rudolph's
It
life.
doesn't even make
life,
sense.
and
Nope.
it's something that happened in Rudolph's life, and this is how he overcomes it. And ultimately, he goes to the front of Santa's sleigh.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I
It
had to
does.
get that off my chest.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
I wonder if I should
but-
keep Dr. Cox just up there and just be ready
Yes.
to play him. But
Keep
Uh,
him,
it's a-
keep him,
I,
keep
um,
him.
yeah, okay, I'll put him back up there for a second.
Wrong.
Might as well.
Wrong.
wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
Okay. Now I'm gonna. Oh, here's a good one.
Oh gosh.
Yes, it is. It is.
Absolutely,
It is
bullying
wrong,
is
definitely.
wrong.
Terrible.
Yeah, I hate
Yeah,
bullying.
I'm
bullying
gonna
is
hide this so
terrible.
we can see everybody here. So
But that was
if
never
there's
the
a good
point
comment, I'll post it. But you know,
I,
I'm
but
just
that
giving a
never
heads up.
was.
So.
But it never was the point of Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. It was not
No,
about.
it wasn't.
I
No,
mean, well,
not
I
at
mean,
all.
the song did say all of the other reindeer used to laugh and call him names. They never let poor Rudolph join in any reindeer games. But the point of it was that Rudolph overcame it. Ultimately, was it wrong that he was bullied? Absolutely. And
Sure.
but you know what?
Which one, bro?
It was ultimately proven that because his nose was so bright, he could break through the fog.
Which it's revealed in another Rankin Bass film, another Rabbit Trail. Sorry,
Which one?
that that foggy Christmas Eve was not a natural weather occurrence.
No.
Oh, I didn't know that.
No. You have to watch another Rankin Bass film called Rudolph and Frosty's Christmas in July to find out that foggy Christmas Eve was caused by an evil wizard named Winterbolt, who was trying to prevent Santa from delivering the toys so that he could take his role from him.
Yikes. But so that would make sense. And also there's another thing that I find messed up about this, that Watchmojo neglects to couple things that I also am bothered with Watchmojo in this list. This was from a complainer. Like, Watchmojo, you're better than this. Why are you quoting a complainer? And who cares, for goodness sake? Not everybody sees it that way. And plus, this actually, for me, I was heavily bullied, and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was one of many characters I admired because, yes, he was bullied, and I could relate to him, especially with the dream that one day, maybe just like him, I could be of value to the. I could be of value in some way, somehow.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, these characters are relatable for a reason.
I'm gonna put that
So
away for a little bit.
Watchmojo, stop trying to be the miller and his son and the donkey. And by the way, if you guys never read that Aesop fable, I gotta read it.
Yep.
We didn't read it. We had a puppet show about it in middle school.
Oh.
That's true, bro. There can be only one blade. He wanted to bring that up. Wesley Snipes is the best, no doubt about that.
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. You're right. Totally. And you're right. It's the best quote ever. But yeah, and I agree. I mean, that was ridiculous. I remember a Christmas special, and I'm really using that word loosely. I can't even remember the name of it. I saw barely 2 minutes of it, and I changed the channel so fast I nearly broke my remote control. It's one of those saves Christmas kind of things, but instead it's a guy who works at a diner where, I'm not making this up, guys. This guy works at a diner where literally all the holidays gather and eat there every day of the week, and it includes like leprechauns, let's see, the Easter Bunny, Santa Claus. Oh, and by the way, George Washington and Abraham Lincoln are there in the live. Oh, okay, that's the key to immortality here, people. Get your name on the calendar. That'll make you immortal, and you'll be eating at that diner all the time. And for some reason, this guy is chosen to take over for Santa when he hurts himself or something. I couldn't stand it. I just had to go click. So I can't remember the name of it. That's how bad it was. And I don't think anybody dares talk about it. Says it differently. Yeah, I'm with you, Sky Stub. He's right. That's right. That's exactly right. But yeah, let's see. Okay, that was just a little add-on there for y'all. But here's one that, this one I've never forgiven Watchmojo for at all. But first I want to ask a question. Now, Bonnie, I'm sure I know the answer you have for me, but for everybody else, well, everybody, have you ever seen The Hunt for Red October?
Mm-mm.
No.
Really? Wow.
Oops.
Okay. And Tony, does this sound familiar in any way?
Which one?
The Hunt for the Red October? It's a submarine movie. No? Okay. Okay, I guess no. I guess I'm the only one. See how old I am, folks? See how old I am? That's how bad it is. I'm that old. Just give me a few more years and I'll probably be eating my yogurt out of a
What's the name of
teaspoon.
that? The Hunt for Red October.
Yeah, what's your stuff, you little
Yeah.
whippersnapper?
Yep, that's
Don't
it.
you be calling us old too?
Just for the laughs.
What'd you
Hey, you
say,
kids,
Johnny?
get off the lawn!
I think I found out what you mean. It's the film
Yeah.
that starred Sean Connery and Alec Baldwin.
Yep.
Oh,
And
man.
it also stars Tim Curry.
Oh.
He's a small character, but he is in it. It's a good movie. I suggest everybody watch that one of these days. It's a great film. But anyway, here's the thing. He plays a Russian captain on a Russian submarine that's going to defect. But here's the thing. Because he's obviously Scottish, his voice does stand out a little, but not by much. Anyway, Watchmojo put him on the lower end, but they put him on the list of top 10 characters who, what was it? Who didn't belong, or something like that. Yeah.
How do they mean don't belong?
Let me try and think of a good one here. Okay, you remember Topher Grace, better known as Eric Foreman, playing Venom? Like that.
Okay, so actors who are capable but yet are in the wrong role, so miscast basically.
That's it. Something like that. Something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, in this case, that was about Sean Connery. No. I'll admit his accent does stand out a little, but not by much. I mean, I've seen a lot of Russian people, and they got some thick accents like he did, and that's the truth. And I'm sorry, his superior acting more than made up for it. You'd have to see it to see what I'm talking about here, folks. I'm not kidding. And besides, Tim Curry's British.
I seen what.
So that makes him excusable.
Yeah. Yeah, and come to think of it, there was another one on there. Sam Neill. He played a Russian officer on that one. A commander, to be precise. Better known as Dr. Alan Grant from Jurassic Park.
I know who he is.
Yeah.
Imagine him being.
And he was good on there too, by the way.
I know Sam Neill from I know Sam Neill from Jurassic Park, but also from a movie that I like, but everybody else I don't know. Legend of the Guardians, the Owls of Ga'Hoole.
I haven't seen it, but it looks intriguing.
I haven't seen it either.
It is a great movie. It's based off of one of my favorite book series, Guardians of Ga'Hoole.
Ooh. And speaking of books, I mean, this is short, but Watchmojo. On the one hand, I get why you want to defend the Ella Enchanted movie, but it's not original. This is a live-action Shrek. This movie's a live-action Shrek. It's not that original.
It's a fairy tale deconstruction, and not to mention, fairy tale deconstructions aren't anything new. I mean, in the anime world, there's Revolutionary Girl Utena, and whereas instead,
the book itself, Ella Enchanted, is actually very intriguing. It's got a strong character lead, and the prince is really cool and charming. The stepmother and stepsisters are diabolical. And the fairy is not as airheaded as she is in the movie, but the fact that they call it original and I mean, I get comparing it to Cinderella, but read the book.
Exactly.
Read the book.
Oh my goodness, man! Do some pictures. Like, geez, man.
I mean,
I
because
agree.
this isn't original. This is Shrek.
Man.
This is a live action Shrek. And
Yep.
even some of the makeup, especially on the ogres, looks pretty bad.
Mm.
Well,
What
I will
are you
admit I didn't bother watching that movie.
The book's better. Trust me. I've seen the movie. And my older sister, she did a 2-part review of the
Definitely.
movie, and she ripped it apart. Because she was very angry with it.
Right.
Ah.
Yeah.
And I don't blame
I
her.
don't blame her. No, not at all.
Me
not at
neither.
all.
I-
Yeah. There
But yeah,
was one
that's
other
just-
actor. I'm sorry to double back, but I gotta say this before it's too late. There was one other actor I forgot who was in the Red October who I know everybody would love and remember. James Earl Jones.
Oh my goodness, I heard it.
May
Oh
he
my
rest
goodness, I
in
watched this
peace.
movie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you guys got to check this out. It is incredible. The special effects are beyond belief. And not to mention, Sean Connery's superb acting. I found some clips on YouTube, and I am so tempted to try to show you guys one later just to show you how obviously his acting more than made up for the fact that he clearly wasn't Russian. But I'll have to, and if you guys are interested, I'll save that for later. But
that won't be necessary for me because I saw Sean Connery in the third Indiana Jones movie.
that speaks for itself, don't it? Yeah, don't it?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But I would highly suggest to everybody, check out this movie. It's incredible. I'm not kidding. It's really that good. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
James Earl Jones stuff. Yes, he was.
Yeah.
No, he was in the movie. I'm not kidding. He was an admiral in there, bro. I'm not kidding. And one of the head members of the
I
CIA.
think I better head off to bed. It was really lovely catching up with all of you.
It was great catching
okay,
up
Antonio.
with you too.
I'll see you later.
And
Who
it was
knows?
great.
Take care.
Yep.
Nice
Take
to
care,
meet
man.
you, Antony.
Yep.
Lovely to meet you
Take care, Anthony.
too.
Good to see
See
you,
ya.
man.
Yeah, and you might want to check in later, see what happens later on. When you're rested up there, man. Because I know there's a few I'm sure you'd agree with that are Power Rangers related. So
Yeah.
let's see, Bonnie, you just did one, right? So
Yep.
did you? Yeah. Okay. Here's a good one for you, folks. This one I cannot believe for 1 second. Now here is where I come back to The Simpsons again, and yeah. And I'm talking the prediction thing. Sorry, guys. I did have a few here. Well, try this one. They claim The Simpsons predicted the iWatch in one episode.
iWatch? Are you serious? It doesn't. I'm gonna be honest.
Wrong.
Yep.
You're wrong.
Sorry.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong.
Can I steal
it's true. In one episode where Lisa was being told what her future was going to be, well, her would-be fiance was proposing to her, and something went wrong, and so he pulls out his watch to call for Plan B because Plan A didn't go right. But in a nutshell, that was basically an idea of the iWatch. However, there's one problem with that. You know what it is?
What?
Well, okay, I was waiting for someone to say that. Thank you, everybody. Well, the fact is, that's been going on since 1946. I'm not kidding. It started with Dick Tracy and his radio watch that he used to call for backup. And then there was the Power Rangers, who had their famous communicators in 1993. So,
And don't forget Kim Possible doing that a lot.
That's right. So the point is, The Simpsons didn't predict the iWatch. They merely echoed an old prediction. That's all they did. They echoed it. And you know what?
And for the rest of these clearly bad things, I would like to parodize that one line from the Mike Myers Cat in the Hat. You're not
Ooh.
just wrong. You're not just wrong. You're stupid.
Yep.
And you're
I agree.
ugly.
Yes.
Just
yes.
like your mom.
Yep. And you know what? I'm going to say it again with Dr. Cox.
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
Wrong,
wrong.
wrong.
Wrong, wrong, wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're not just wrong. You're stupid.
That too.
And you're ugly. Just like your mom.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, because the fact is, they were just echoing an old prediction. They didn't predict nothing.
Yep.
I even remember coming across a little thing online where somebody, I don't know if this was for real, but allegedly somebody tried to create an actual working radio wristwatch that even had a TV set in it.
Oh,
Yeah.
interesting.
Again, I don't
Sounds
know
like
if that was for
something-
real. Well,
Sounds
yeah.
like something the Mythbusters would have done.
Yeah, it does, doesn't it?
So yeah,
Well,
Watch Mojo. You predicted nothing. The
Nope.
Simpsons predicted nothing.
Nope,
on that
Nope.
one.
not in this case. Not this one. Definitely
They
not.
didn't
Nope.
invent it.
Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, they were way wrong on this one because again, all they did was echo an old prediction. That is not the same thing.
Heck, I'll even parody. No,
Yeah.
I'll actually quote Gopher from the Winnie the Pooh show.
Hmm.
That's a flim flam fib.
Yes, it is.
Oh,
Really.
Oh yeah.
That was from Tigger's
Bob.
Shoes episode.
I love that one.
I forgot about that.
So yeah, that's a flim flam fib.
I'll just take some more haterade right now. Thank you, Snoop Dogg, for that one.
Should I add to that haterade with another thing that has boiled me over
Do it.
and probably the ultimate anger?
Dum, da, 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 dum.
Do you want me to do it?
The Dragon
Why?
Ball.
Do
Shall I do
it.
it?
Do it. Do it.
You do it. Do it.
All right, the crowd has spoken. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the list that really peeved me next to the other one, next to the VeggieTales one, top 10 classical musicals that aged poorly is what it's called.
What?
Yeah, so basically this one was stupid all the way through. Like, nothing about it was accurate. I mean, they based this list off of the bad things that happen in a musical and do not take into account that that's part of life and that these musicals are an imitation of life. So, like, one of the things they put on is number 10, My Fair Lady, saying that did not age well.
What?
Yeah. Okay. So here's their reason.
God.
The 1956 musical My Fair Lady is a theatrical classic with a whole lot of problems. Inspired by George Bernard Shaw's play, the story sees Professor Higgins transforming Londoner Eliza Doolittle into an educated lady by changing the way she talks. Yes, you heard that correctly. That's bad enough. Leave her accent alone. But Higgins also treats Eliza like trash and embarrassing her every chance he gets. Surprisingly, a bond grows between them, and the story ends with him asking her where his slippers are. Yikes! Excuse me. It's showing that most of the guys in Eliza's life were jerks, but that's the point. You're supposed to root for her. In this one, and I won't forgive this one. Putting The King and I on the list at number 6. And
Wait
this
a
is
minute,
probably
wait a minute. Which version?
all of it.
If we're talking about that crappy animated one where
No.
they're whistling a happy tune while fighting a demonic dragon, I would call that an exception. But
Okay,
Mhm.
the classic, the one with Yul Brynner.
Oh no.
Okay, here's what they say. Despite being regarded as a classic, The King and I is one of the most problematic works of In the musical theater canon, the plot revolves around a white woman relocating to Bangkok to work as a teacher for a king of the Siamese kids. Firstly, it was created by Richard Rogers and Oscar Hammerstein too. Oscar Hammerstein II, two white men who crafted a very narrow depiction of Thai culture. I'm going to stop right here. Please play that clip again.
Wrong, 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 wrong.
Wrong,
You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
That story was not created by Rogers and Hammerstein. And I mean, they were. It was already crafted by Anna Leonowitz, who talked about her travels with the king. And it is up for debate whether or not she's telling the truth in it or not. But it's not entirely Rogers and Hammerstein's fault. They were making a musical out of this whole thing, and also they're not white. They are not white, and let's see, trying to remember. I'm looking up on Google what was Rogers and Hammerstein's heritage. Okay, let's see. Okay, Richard Rogers, the composer, came from a Jewish family in Queens, New York, while Oscar Hammerstein, German and British roots. So they were mixed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, or as far as I could tell, Hammerstein was mixed. But yeah, what Watchmojo said in this was inexcusable. And on top of that, they also put South Pacific on here just because for a brief moment, the main character has some racial bias to the Japanese kids, but she grows a bond with them. She learns why to not be biased, but they still don't forgive it.
Those morons, they missed the point.
Yeah, they're
The Barnacle Brainiacs.
They
Yeah.
completely missed the point
They're not-
about it, and that peeves me to no end. And I actually commented about it and outright told them this list ages poorly. Just because we claim to be progressive does not mean we actually are, especially when we live in fear of what other people think. Much like South Pacific and My Fair Lady, much like what South Pacific and My Fair Lady did, you cannot point out relatable issues or know how to fix them if you do not show them for what they are. They did not. They did that. King and I was based off of historical events where admittedly the sources are questionable at best. All that Rogers and Hammerstein did was adapt Anna and the King of Siam into a musical.
It's true.
Okay, mic drop.
Love it.
I'm sorry, but
That was great.
But yeah, to say that again, Benjamin, you're not just wrong, you're stupid.
Yep.
And you're ugly, just like your mom.
Yep. And for the record, folks, if My Fair Lady is aged so poorly, how come damn near every TV show has copied and parodied the concept over 3 decades? And they're still doing it now.
Oh man. Oh my god.
I'm surrounded by idiots.
Yes.
You said it.
It's like stole over. It's like they want. It's like they
You were
want
so
to repeat it itself and keep going over.
Yeah. I mean, just about every classic TV show's done it. Even The Simpsons did it once. The Three Stooges even did it back in the 1930s. So it's more than 3 decades. And they did it twice.
Yes.
So it's probably about almost half a century now that this has come around. So clearly it still works even now. So yeah. But yeah, and
everything they said on that list was very problematic, and it's like they were afraid that if they that people would call them out for liking it or that liking it at all is a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
we like
Everyone
it because
is entitled to their opinions.
exactly.
We're not all gonna like the same things.
No, that's the
Exactly.
truth.
And what I loved about each of these
Oh, I
musicals,
agree.
or at least the ones I remember, is how relatable these characters were, how they overcame their journeys, and
Once again, bros, right.
exactly. How they overcame their biases and also how they learned to get along with each other, or
Yep.
even learn how to love themselves. In My Fair Lady's case, I never understood the ending of it, but at the same time, it showed
So true.
it showed it showed
Sorry.
Professor Higgins for being the jerk that he was, and Eliza's father for the jerk he
Yeah.
was, but it also showed Freddie for the kind soul that he was.
Mhm.
So yeah, what Watchmojo said on there was very dated, very wrong, and just
Political trash sounds like to me.
very.
Mm.
Did
Was
they
this
have
by
any
chance
latest
made
about this
recently?
political?
Enough of that around today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
What?
Okay. Yeah. Let's not go there. I'm sorry. My fault. So
Oh,
leave it
okay.
at that.
Yeah,
Alright.
it's
My
fine.
fault, my fault.
It's,
Okay.
it's fine. Everybody.
Okay.
But yeah,
I got a good
I'm-
one for you guys. Are we all good?
I need some water.
I
That's
hear you.
gonna wear my throat out.
I hear you.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
And-
I'm going to put Dr. Cox away for a little bit.
Well, if you want to do any, if you need any more comments, I'm here because I can think of some. But
He's right at this point.
Watchmojo outdated.
Yep. At this
Pretty
point, they
much.
are.
somewhat.
Somewhat.
But anyway, here's a good one for you. And this one kind of is almost a throwback to the cats issue here. But this one, there was one video, top 10 best animal versus animal videos. I forget when this came out, roughly just a little bit before Jurassic World came out. And we're talking about, animal fight scenes in the movies, of course. But anyway,
Okay.
and one they brought up was T-Rex versus Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. But
No.
just shortly after, Jurassic World came out, and here we had T-Rex and Blue versus Insidious Rex, better known as Indominus Rex. And everyone kept commenting, you should have waited. Because, oh my God, seriously.
Oh my God.
And in fact, it was literally,
You gotta be
I'm not making this
kidding
up,
me.
folks. This was literally a day before it premiered that they did that.
These
A
guys.
day. Everyone, that's why everyone kept commenting. You should have waited. You should have waited. You should have waited.
And they keep repeating it.
Makes me almost wish that LBT
Oh,
commented
it makes me
about
wanna
that
rage quit
because
right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised he's not here. Oh,
that's stupid. Like,
Yep.
how? I mean, like, how did they release this before Jurassic World? And how? I mean, even before Jurassic World, how do you put the T-Rex and the Spinosaurus above the T-Rex versus the two raptors in the first movie? I mean, because nobody liked that the Spinosaurus won in that one.
Nope.
Nobody.
Nope.
Well,
Nobody cared.
Well,
Or nobody cared, whatever came first. So
I didn't really mind that the Spinosaurus won because, as to be honest, I'm kind of on the fence as to what would have happened, and if you could have that be an actual scenario, because Spinosaurus was bigger than T-Rex.
Okay, fair enough, I guess. Or
No,
not, I guess.
speaking of which, have you heard of the new discoveries about it?
What?
No.
Well, believe it or not, it was not bipedal; it was quadrupedal, and it might have. They found more evidence to suggest it really did belong in the water. So it was more like a very big crocodile with a sail on its back.
Oh.
Yeah, this has been blasting all over the internet since 2020. They made huge discoveries of this. I'm not kidding.
That's interesting. I always thought that was just hearsay, though.
Oh, it's been confirmed now. Although they're still debating whether or not he had a sail on his back or a hump. But I think a sail is more accurate, judged by that spine. You'd have to see the bones to understand why I say that. But yeah, recently they've made some great discoveries on that. It's incredible. And it's still a lot more believable than the feather theory. So
Oh, don't even start on that.
yeah, we'll leave it at that.
But I'm interested. I'm interested to hear more about. I'm interested to hear more about this video that you mentioned, being an animal lover.
Oh, well, basically it just came up with lots of legendary ones, like, for instance, in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the first movie, how, the scorpion and the ant. Enough said there. Let's see. They brought up...
I got to be right back, so you guys keep going.
Yeah, well, keep it going out there. They also brought in one of the Lassie movies where Lassie versed a wolf. It was one of the ones made in the 90s, I remember correctly. But you could tell that was clearly like... it wasn't real at all, you could tell, but it wasn't meant to be real. So another one was Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, where it was Caesar versus that other one. I can't remember his name, the real bad one. That's it, yeah. That one came up, and it's easy to see why. So, and if I'm sure there was another one in there somewhere, but I can't think of it.
Did they have Simba versus Scar by any chance?
I think they.
Yeah,
I don't think they did. Yeah, I don't think they did, and that's surprising.
Yeah, they did.
That
I
would
seen
have
the
been
movie.
a great one.
Oh, they did?
Kind of a video.
Oh, they did bring that up?
Yeah, they did.
Maybe.
I seen. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I stand corrected. It's been a while, so.
Yeah, that was in the Lion King. Yeah, it's in the Lion King's movie.
Well, yeah, it's in the movie. It's just, was it in the Watchmojo video is what we're thinking, Shamar.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Yeah, because, I don't remember that coming up at all.
Yeah.
Oh, they even brought up Old Yeller versus the Wolf. That one, yeah. I think they were going strictly for more live action on that one, so. Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah. So.
That
That
makes
one
sense.
I'm going to say, okay, yeah. Well, I guess they'll have to update it with the new version of the Lion King, huh? So just because it's live action.
Hey, don't. I thought the live action depiction of Simba versus Scar was actually pretty epic.
Oh, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying CG isn't exactly real. It's more like an animation, but with a different approach.
Oh, okay.
I'm making fun of the
Sorry.
live action quote. That's what I'm talking about. So
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
My bad.
Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I get it. But yeah, let's see. That was a few of them. But yeah, the one that really stood out for me was definitely that Jurassic Park one. Because seriously, I mean, it was literally a day before Jurassic World came out, and everybody was just constantly typing, "You should have waited." But I will give them a little credit to their name. They, nothing was released yet. We all knew it was going to be the big battle between T-Rex and Indominus, but nobody expected Blue to come in and save the day because they kept that quiet. But at the same time, though, at least by them, at least it wasn't like they, I don't know, didn't wait until the end of the year to talk about crappy movies for that year and end up getting cats out of it. So enough said there. Oh wait, they did that later. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know. I'm just dang it, I think I got a hair in there we go, finally. But yeah, and it's dumb that they couldn't wait, for both of those. Maybe the first one's a little more acceptable because no one could have anticipated. But that one, you gotta wait for the year to end to say that it's a bad movies for the year. Come on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, at least wait until January the 1st for crying out loud, or possibly. No, I'm not gonna say the 31st of December. That, for all we know, maybe we get a bad one out of that too.
Yeah.
And here's an interesting one to think about. I'm not sure if they made the right call on this one or not. They were debating on biggest villains or something like that. And one of them, they actually admitted they had a tough call with this one. It was between Tai Lung and Lord Shen. The third movie didn't come out at the time, so
I
tough
remember.
call.
I remember that was
Yeah.
one of their top villains from other animated
That's it.
movie things.
That's
and
one.
things, and they actually did 2 videos of that and I think they used Tai Lung for one and Lord Shen for the other.
I could picture that.
Which
That's,
side note, I'm just gonna go right ahead and say it. I will give Miss Mojo credit for a couple of their videos, because they agree with me on who the most wicked villains in Disney and DreamWorks are.
sure.
And their picks were the same as mine. Lord Shen for DreamWorks and Scar for Disney.
Definitely. No argument here. Definitely. Because Scar, he is a true villain. And Lord Shen, oh man, he was bad news.
Sorry about that.
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I've seen the first 3 Kung Fu Panda films. Haven't watched the 4th one yet.
It's actually pretty good.
But I am going to say this much about the 3. Lord Shen out-evils Kai and Tai Lung by a long shot.
Yeah. Considering how he committed genocide, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We were just stalling for time.
That's no problem.
This discussion came about because Movie Fan mentioned when Watchmojo did their countdowns of top villains from movies other than DreamWorks movies other than Disney and Pixar.
Yep.
Huh.
And that actually is what inspired me to do two of my more recent videos. Top heroes and villains from animated movies that are not Disney, Pixar, or DreamWorks.
Movie Fan, that clip that I put up is for, well, this one's a little bit nicer towards Watchmojo, but at the same time, I think it's more like a wrong clip. You use the wrong clip, Watchmojo, for this one, which I guess kind of counts. So basically, they did a list of the top 10 fastest songs ever, which kudos for that. And one of the, and double kudos for them bringing up Danny Kaye singing Tchaikovsky, but they showed the wrong clip, making it sound like he was because in the clip they showed, he was singing it very slowly. And in this clip, he basically what he does is he rattles off every name of every Russian composer, and he does it impeccably and very fast. And this is the clip that they should have shown.
Yeah, just I presume you'll want that. Just give me a sec. I gotta download it.
Yep. And we could stop at the scene where he
sorry
there's
about
applause. It's really just a couple seconds.
Yeah, this thing might take a minute.
Okay.
Oh, it's not that. It's just I swear they're starting to crack down on downloading these things. Where all of a sudden some of the ones I've had before, it's like it won't do it no more. I don't know what it is, but I found one that works, but it's a little sluggish. Here we go.
Okay, so
give me a second. I'm almost there.
All right.
Okay.
And we could stop at the applause.
Here we go.
Pause first.
Tchaikovsky, Sapelnikov, Dmitriev, Cherepin, Krzyzhanovsky, Godowski, Artubuchov, Onyusko, Wakimenko, Soloviev, Prokofiev, Tiemkin, Goracheko, there's Glitter, Winter, Botniatsky, Rebekov, Felitsky, Metr, Balakirev, Zolotorov, and Koshchitsky, had Sokolov, and Kopolov, Tukalsky, and Kanovsky, Shostakovich, Bodadiglier, and Novakovsky, there's Leidov, Kalaganov, Markevich, Panchenko, Darumisky, Chervachevsky, Rabin, Vasilenko, Servinsky, Rimsky, Korsakov, Masovsky, and Chanina from Glazov, and Sazak, Mikalinika, Havanov, Servinsky, and Gachanov, from Chitsky, and Lafanov. I didn't have to stop the subject. I've been by the pilot.
Okay. Everybody sing along.
That's a mouthful.
No.
So
Not me,
yeah,
I'm
we can-
afraid.
No.
So yeah, Watchmojo. That's the clip you should have shown when showing that song, because that's impeccably fast. That shows the speed that of that song. The clip that
Yep.
they showed was much slower. So Watchmojo, you should have put that clip on. But
Yeah.
10,000 points for including Danny Kaye, aka my favorite actor.
Yep. Totally.
Yeah.
That's
But
fine.
yeah,
Let's see.
that was just one of many. That was one of his many amazing talents. He could rattle things off very quickly.
Oh, I
He could.
remember Danny Kaye from when he was a guest star on the Muppet Show, and
Yeah.
when he was the narrator of Here Comes Peter.
Oh,
Cotton.
yes.
And he was also
me,
Peter
it'll-
Cottontail's father.
No, that wasn't Peter's father. That was the former Chief Easter Bunny, Colonel Wellington B. Bunny.
But yeah, that's the kind of talent that he was.
Yeah, he was. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna move on to. Oh boy, I'm sorry to do this again, guys, but I gotta get. I'm just gonna buzz through these two because I'm getting sick and tired of doing these Simpsons predictions. So, okay. The first one, I'm gonna say simply, this is just stupid beyond belief. They said that the Simpsons predicted that one day Lady Gaga would be flying around at the Super Bowl.
Oh, brother. Oh,
And-
brother.
Yeah.
You're not
And
just
of course,
Oh my
you're
God.
not just wrong,
Every time.
you're stupid.
It's
Yeah,
not
And
and-
you're ugly, just like your mom.
And you know what, Benjamin? You might want to repeat that again after I say this detail.
Oh, boy.
You know what really makes it dumb? In that
What?
episode, she played herself. So how do you think she got the idea to do it at the
No.
Super Bowl?
Gee, I wonder.
Do it, Benjamin.
You're not just wrong, you're stupid. And
Yeah.
you're ugly, just like your mom.
Yeah. I mean, come on, folks. She played herself. Obviously. Oh, and for those of you who don't know who are watching right now, this is how it works when they do voice acting. They are given a script. They're told exactly what is going on with the character and how they should feel and what they should be, emulating in their voice. That is how it works. So, of course, they would have said, "Oh, you will be flying around at the Super Bowl." And I'm sure she was probably thinking, "Hey, you know what? I'll do that when I get to the Super Bowl next time."
Exactly.
Ah!
What's wrong with them? I'm so sick
She played
of
herself.
these guys, man.
Yeah. Okay, that's
I'm
the
so-
first one on that.
I'm
and
surrounded by idiots.
Yes, thank you. Definitely the Scar quote on this one. And here comes another one. And this one, believe it or not,
Guys,
was not done by Watchmojo. This one was done by morons on Twitter.
Oh.
And I'm sorry, folks. This is going to be getting a little political here, but not for the reasons you might think. They were when Biden got into office and Harris became VP. They were automatically saying, because in an episode of The Simpsons, later on another one came up, that Lisa was president in one episode. And here's the thing. Just because, and when Biden got into office and again, Kamala Harris became VP, they were saying, people on Twitter were going like, "Oh my God, how did The Simpsons do it? How did they predict these things?" I'm like,
They didn't.
Lisa was president. Harris was vice president. There is a
Yeah.
very big
Yes.
difference.
I
That is
just
not
thought
the
of
same thing.
I just thought of
Yes.
another quote.
Do it.
Morons. I'm surrounded by morons.
Yeah, I'll even throw Caterwall on this one. Morons. So I just won't say trigger the mousetrap. Although maybe I should say that. I don't know. But anyway, yeah.
In fact,
seriously.
I'm going to add to that and add this from the child catcher.
Fool! Idiot!
Oh, yeah.
Out of my way.
Oh, you know what? I'm going to throw in one from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, and this was coming from Jeffrey. Moron! Fathead!
Stupid!
Yeah, I mean, seriously, there's a big difference between president and vice president, people.
So, yeah, Simpsons did not predict that.
In this case,
that
they
was
literally
stupid.
predicted absolutely nothing here. So,
Yeah,
next to the iWatch. So,
Twitter was being stupid, and if Watchmojo put that on the list,
as far as I know, they didn't, but I don't know.
good. They better not.
It's just, when am I ever going to talk about this ever again? So I had to throw that in there. And I hope I didn't break my nose doing that, because that really hurt. I'm not kidding. Ow.
Sorry.
No,
sorry.
when I did that.
Sorry.
No, that was me. That was me. Yeah, I think I'm all right. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
got another one. And this is also from a very early list. So they had a so bad it's good list. And they did have movies that were legit so bad it's good, like Troll 2, The Room, etc.
Sure.
In the honorable mentions, I don't know what the heck they were thinking when they put Garbage Pail Kids on the honorable mentions list.
Oh, come on.
There was nothing funny about that movie.
Man.
That was an abomination at best.
That was, I mean, that was not a so bad it's good movie. It was a so bad it's sick movie.
Yeah.
And you know, you just reminded me of another gripe I have with some of watching Ms. Mojo's videos. Those they're Disney characters that are actually the villain videos.
Oh gosh.
Where they're taking good characters from the Disney movies and complicating their faults. Some of them I could agree with, like King Triton, but others like Simba, heck no.
What the heck was Simba doing on there? In what way was he the villain? He did nothing.
They put
and
him,
even King Triton, I do debate because he legit cared about Ariel. I mean, yes, he went over the top on how he cared for her, and went overboard on destroying everything she cared about. But I mean, and crushing her spirit. But he never truly wanted to hurt her. All he wanted to do was keep her safe. But yeah, he does go overboard on it. He's not the villain.
No.
I'd put Peter Pan on the list, of course. But not King Triton, definitely not the heck Simba. And by the way, Alpha Lion, if you're watching this, please feel free to let your rage on Watchmojo.
Yep. And there's one video from Ms. and Watchmojo that its tagline was enough to have me just go, no, I'm not going to even bother watching that.
Oh boy, which one?
It said Disney villains who were right all along.
Well, in a technical sense, when you twist around a few things, some things they were right about, but not everything. Like Frollo saying the world is cruel, you could technically say that is somewhat true, if not all true. I guess it's taking only a few of their lines and saying, okay, that part's true, but not everything they did was.
Okay.
So
Sorry,
that
I'm
part I
getting a lot
kind
of
of
static.
There's another one. Trying to remember what. Oh yeah. I think Alpha Lion would definitely have a. I mean, I wonder if Alpha Lion might have a lot to say about this Watchmojo list. So, just recently, Watchmojo came out with a list of the top 10 animals that are cannibalistic,
Oh boy.
and most of the animals they put on there rarely cannibalize each other. I mean, the praying mantis will most definitely do that, but
Yeah.
they put chimpanzees during famine. They put polar bears during famine. Most of the animals they put in there do not cannibalize unless they are in desperate need. They should have put the king cobra on there. But
Yeah.
instead they put lions. They put chimpanzees. They put I mean,
Bonnie, I'm hearing a lot of static on your end. So.
I'm hearing it too.
oh really?
I'm hearing some static here and there, but I'm not sure what.
Yeah, that's not mine. Mine's working fine. It just him.
Here, let me try something here. I'm gonna mute mine for a second.
I don't think it's
No, it
mine.
couldn't have been me. Here, Bonnie, I'm gonna mute you for a minute. See what we get.
Ben, I think it's you.
No, it's not Bonnie. I'm gonna try you, Benjamin.
Yeah,
yep.
yeah, I think it's them.
Yeah, it's you, Benjamin. I'm sorry to say.
Sorry.
I wonder what that is.
It happens. It happens. Things happen.
Oh yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah,
I know
every
what it
time.
is. Poor connection in my room, I think.
Yeah, it's let up now.
It's less staticky now.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Better. Yeah.
It's okay.
It's all right.
But yeah, that kind of makes me wish that Alpha was here just so that he could comment about which Watchmojo lists he knows are wrong. And I think I know one thing. I mean, I'll bring this up for him because I know that he brought this up at one time. Watchmojo list did a PETA list. The times that PETA embarrassed itself. And they put I think is it Steve Irwin?
They did?
Or I'm trying to remember that. Sorry, just a second.
If you're talking about the crocodile hunter, that's Steve Irwin.
Yep. They put Steve Irwin. I mean, well, PETA. PETA desecrating Steve Irwin in an honorable mention.
What? Look, I'll admit, we could all question how he would just run up and grab the animals. I mean, in a way, we all knew that would lead to his death. I mean, that's not what happened, but we all figured that would. But come on.
Oh man, every time.
Don't get me started on PETA. I'm an animal rights person through and through, but there are certain things where it's going overboard, and
they do it too.
And this list definitely rattles off every way that PETA embarrasses itself, including they put at number 3 that PETA advertised that dairy milk causes autism.
Oh,
Shut
come on.
up.
Bogus. That's bogus.
I mean, in fact, you know what? I'm gonna paraphrase Penn from Penn and Teller going, "You need to shut the heck up."
Yep.
And as a person who actually has autism, I'm
Me
going to
too.
go ahead. Oh, you have autism too? I didn't know that. But
I do
anyway.
too. I do.
Oh, cool. Anyway,
I do.
I'm going to go ahead and say this. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard.
Yeah. That's false information if ever I've heard.
Agreed.
In
Literally.
fact, just hearing them say that made me change PETA's name to. I mean, you know how people will say that it's that it stands for people eating tasty animals.
Yeah.
I now call them public embarrassment towards anything.
Yep. They are too. They are. Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Another commenter. This was funny. Another commenter said that PETA stands for please eat the animals.
Ouch.
Oh my god.
You know, it wouldn't surprise me if maybe. Okay. Well. Okay.
It's okay.
Here's an interesting one for you guys. I just recently found before we even started this, believe it or not. This one comes from Miss Mojo in this case. They did a recent one called Top 10 Most Influential TV Shows. Yeah. Well, you know, I think they were leaning on it inspired other shows, that sort of thing. But anywho, and they had some good ones on the list. I mean, they had Dragnet, which was the first real cop show. It really was. And let's see, they had The Twilight Zone. And that's a no-brainer why that was influential. But
yes, I watched it also. And that was a good
I mean,
show.
those were rightfully there. No doubt about that. And a few others. Oh, and by the way, number one on that list was I Love Lucy.
Oh yeah.
I'm not sure if it should have been number one, but I'm not sure if it should have been number one, but to be there, definitely, no doubt about that.
I put it number one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it did have an influence on pop culture.
I do too.
That's true.
And it was one of the shows where a couple was allowed to have a baby.
Yeah,
and
that was
show
the first one. And even use the word pregnant. Yep, that was a big one. Yep, that's true. So, okay, I could see how that would be number one now, but no doubt it definitely deserved to be there. No doubt about that. All those ones did. However,
you got this one, Watchmojo. You got this one.
Well, to a point. However, they overlooked one other influential show. And Bonnie, I've told you about this before, but you know, this one was influential in a very big way, and not the ways you might think. I've talked about the show Emergency a few times. This was the first, and I do mean the first, TV series about firemen and the fire department and the paramedics, especially the paramedics. That's where this show shines the most. In fact, at that time, this show was made in the 70s, and paramedics, that was a new thing. In fact, it all started in California. And, you know, well, to make a long story short, one, this inspired many TV shows about firemen and paramedics. Heck, even the show Chicago Fire was clearly taken from it because their station is Station 51, which was straight out of Emergency. Obviously, that was no accident. That was a mere tip of the cap to them. They even talked about him in one episode just for a minute. Obviously, a shout out. But here's the bigger thing. This is where the real influence comes in. Believe it or not, if it wasn't for this show, we probably would not have paramedics right now in this country or even the world, because this show had inspired the country to literally adopt a paramedic program into the fire department. because it was only California that was doing this. And when that show hit it big, all of a sudden, governors and mayors around the whole country were saying, why don't we have this in our city? Because we could say more people could be saved by doing this. Not just the firemen, but the paramedics. Firemen have been around forever, but paramedics, that was new at the time. And ever since then, well, there you go. You got paramedics. And of course, it inspired people to become paramedics. I'm not kidding. And that should have gotten a big acknowledgement.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's something to think about. I mean, look at the Twilight Zone. I mean, Rod Serling talked about real world issues. So with his stuff, and this literally brought up a real world thing and made everybody a better place for everybody. You know, because a lot of people have been saved by paramedics.
Yep.
So, yeah.
That's
And
true.
that should have gotten an acknowledgement. Maybe number 2 on the list. I don't know. It could be close enough to, in a way, in a roundabout way, maybe rival Lucy on that one. I'll admit that's a stretch. I know, but you know, it's you got to think about that, what it did for the country, and of course, you know, that all together. So it should have been regarded as an influential show, but it wasn't.
Okay.
I won't deny their list. I mean, they did have some good ones, and come to think of it, I don't think they brought up Perry Mason, and that inspired a lot of courtroom dramas. So that's a kind of a miss there. But anyway, yeah, and that one's legendary. I'm talking the original, not that godforsaken political 2020 remake.
Oh, crap.
Or
I
that
didn't bother to
1970s,
watch that stupid stuff.
or that 1970s abominable trash that nobody dares talk about. I'm not kidding. Nobody wants to talk about it. You will not find it on the DVDs. There was even there was even another series that was an attempt where he was in college, and oh my god, he was wearing polyester pants. It went for maybe 2 episodes and never again. That's how bad it was to everybody. So,
man.
But yeah.
I got
And,
another one. Oh,
okay.
When you're done. When you're done.
No, I was going to say I'm done. So.
Okay, so this one, this was, even commenters were calling out this one. I mean, I forget what the title is called, but basically it had to do with the tragedy in child stars, and their parents. And I mean, so basically, it was about child stars who suffered so much, and you've got legit people on there like Corey Feldman, Judy Garland, of course, but number one is Jeanette McCurdy. Okay, I'm just gonna say I think she does belong on the list. To be fair, I mean, what her mother did to push her through was very awful. I mean, and very borderline Judy Garland's mother. But you should have put Judith Barcy at number 1.
Yeah.
Judith Barcy had it a million times worse than Jeanette McCurdy. Okay, maybe I'm saying it wrong, but Jeanette McCurdy was starved. She was encouraged to not eat much. Her character was made to eat a lot in the iCarly show. And she was made to starve. She went to bulimia in order to stay skinny and lose a lot of weight, and it nearly killed her. But Judith Barcy, her father abused her. Physically abused her and threatened to kill her, and actually carried out that threat.
Yeah.
Yeah, he killed her at age 10.
Don't remind me. I read about that, and
I'm sorry. But yeah, Judith Barcy should have been number 1 on that list because, I'm sorry for what Jeanette McCurdy went through, but I'm glad that she's recovering from it. and able to build her own life now, especially now that her mother's out of the picture. But Judith Barcy never got that chance.
Yeah.
No.
Poor girl.
And during her lifetime, she was horribly treated.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, she should have gone number 1 on that list.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they did put her on other lists of child star tragedies, but that's where she should have been number 1.
Yeah.
And especially, I mean, and if they forgot to put it on the child star parents list, then that should have most definitely been number 1, because her father was a monster.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah, that was really bad.
That's the kind of thing that makes me 1,000 times glad that
It's almost
that I grew up in a loving household.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah,
Me
it almost
three.
reminds me. It almost reminds me of me when I was little.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay. Well,
Well, anyway,
yeah.
sorry, the reason why I'm having to move around so much is because my phone is running low on juice. It's at 5% right now.
Okay. Sucks. Well, let's see. I got 3 more here. 2 of them are technically on the same category, but I want to split those up. And no, it's no more Simpsons. I promise. We're done with that. Anyway.
okay.
Yeah, the first one. This is part 1 of. This is part 1 of 2 at this point. They did a video talking about the worst music covers that are out there. And for for anyone out there who doesn't know what I'm talking about, when you got a famous song like, let's take "I Heard It Through the Grapevine," for instance, and somebody else sings it, that's a cover. So anyway, that's the gist of it. And well, we got for this list, they put it down ones that were just not bad, but completely butchered. They had a few on the list that were I couldn't argue with at all. However, there was one, and about 3 of them were Britney Spears, by the way. That woman cannot cover songs. I don't know what it is. She can't do it. But yeah, I don't know what it is. She does great with her own stuff, but when she tries to cover anyone else's song, it sucks. I don't know. She just doesn't have it, I guess. That's the only explanation I got. Anyway. No, wait, I take that back. They did 2 of her songs that she covered. One of them was I Love Rock and Roll, and, compared to what Joan Jett and the Heartbreakers did, And another one was, and this was number 1 on the list. She was on stage, and this was not an album or anything. She sung the song Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. And everyone says she butchered that song bad. And and what gets me the most is they said this line, and this line literally has no meaning. No one asked for this.
Man.
Yeah, that's what they said about this whole thing. No one asked for this. And for the record, she only sung it 1 time on the stage. I'll admit she sucked at it, but that's not the point. Point is, it was not on an album or anything like that. It was not a music video. And for the record, who does ask for these things? I mean, have you ever heard anyone say, hey, I want MC Hammer to cover Satisfaction? Do you hear anyone go like, hey, I want let me throw out a name here. I want the Backstreet Boys to try to cover Neil Diamond. Nobody asks for anything at all. Nobody asks that. They just
Nobody asks for it. Nobody asks for it.
Yeah. Yeah, they just do it. Nobody asks for them to do it. They just do it. So that line is completely meaningless. But anyway, here's the thing. Satisfaction, Britney Spears, that wasn't the worst one, and that should not have been number 1. What should have been number one was her covering Bobby Brown's My Prerogative. She butchered that song in the worst way. If you ever heard the song, it's great when Bobby Brown does it. There's some serious meaning behind it. But with her, she butchered the rhythm. She butchered the meaning. She butchered the lyrics. She butchered it all. Granted, I think she covered that song only because she was taking a lot of flack from the audience at the time about her lifestyle and all that. Hence why she came up with the song "You Want a Piece of Me," because that's her sniping back at everybody who keeps bashing her. But in this case, she butchered that song in the worst way. And believe it or not, that was not mentioned on the worst covers list, and it should have been. If you ever hear it and seriously don't, you'll know what I mean, because it's horrible. And that's the end of that chapter.
That actually reminds me, speaking of covering songs, this one I kind of disagree with Watchmojo on. This one I won't say wrong. I just say disagree with number order. So they came up with lists of people who butchered the Star Spangled Banner, making it, I'll just say it, sound like the Star Strangled Banner. And they put Fergie at number 1 and Roseanne Barr at either number 2 or number 3.
You put Roseanne Barr that low? She should have been number 0.
She should have been number 1.
Yeah.
I mean,
well, I go above number 1 on this one.
Because Fergie, at least, she can sing, even if it's "What the heck were you thinking with that tune?" Roseanne Barr, even though it was absolutely deliberate, she sounded like a cat in the alleyway being strangled.
Yep.
Like, this is some of the worst singing you will ever hear in your entire life. And you don't even need to be a professional singer to say that.
No.
It's that bad. Like, Watchmojo, why is she not number 1? I mean, I
Seriously?
get that Fergie's version is a joke.
Yeah.
I mean, an unintended joke, but she still sang and sounded good, even if she was making a sexy rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
Of course she would.
Yeah, she did that. Roseanne Barr, this is literally, I'll try and make it, I don't think that there's any way to make it less painful, but I are the line of the fire.
Oh, no.
That's bad. Like, she sounded horrendous.
Yeah, I remember the news media talked about that for weeks. I'm not kidding, folks. This really happened. They made fun of her for weeks. The media actually did.
The only reason that she was number 3 on the first on the top 10 list was because they put Carl Lewis above her and then some lady who slipped on ice, but that was it.
So?
I could not finish the song because she forgot the lyrics. But that doesn't constitute as number 1
That
in my
was
opinion.
an honest mistake.
Yeah.
Carl Lewis also sounded awful.
Yeah, I believe that. So.
And then when they did a top 20 version of it, they put Roseanne at number 2 and Fergie at number 1. Reverse.
Yeah, see, they're just getting cheap about this.
Yeah, your attempt. I've never heard Roseanne Barr's singing voice, but
seriously, don't.
You will destroy your headphones afterwards.
But
you'll have nightmares over it. I'm not kidding.
But I will admit
it makes me want to wait.
that that your impression reminded me of a time where times in cartoons that I've seen where I have heard some horrendous singing. Like, the two examples I can think of right off the top of my head are Garfield in a Christmas episode of the Garfield Show, and Debbie Thornberry in one episode of the Wild Thornberries.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness.
That's bad. That's really bad.
Oh,
I take it. You and Shamar know what I'm talking about, movie fan.
I haven't seen it, but oh man,
I came across it by accident once. It was bad. Oh,
might want to
bad.
send me the link.
Oh no!
It's not worth it, Bonnie. I'm not kidding.
You do not want to watch that clip from the Wild Thornberries. You hear Eliza's older sister singing, and it's going to be, oh, please stop.
I don't understand why they made this. Nobody asked for it.
Yeah, I don't know. It's beyond my understanding.
But we might as. But hold on, just a minute. Is there a way for me to show things on this thing?
I don't think it'll come on your end. I don't think so. No, I'm afraid not. Unless you put your. No, I don't think so.
Well,
You broke off.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
You mean it, I think.
That's weird. Nothing.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry.
Sorry.
Oh, I can hear you. Oh.
Now, what I was saying was, I think just for giving the demonstration's sake, go ahead and look up that clip and show it to Bonnie, and we'll try to endure it just for demonstration's sake.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. This is a moment where I wish I had a shot of Jack Daniels. I'm not kidding.
Sorry.
Could pretend that the haterade is Jack Daniels.
Yeah, might as well. Unfortunately, I'm down to water now. So let's see. What was that one called? Was it like?
It was Desperodine.
What was that? Desperodine?
Yeah.
Desperodine. Yeah, Desperodine's song. Yeah. Oh boy. Oh boy. I'm gonna hate myself for this. We'll see if I got the right one or not.
Sorry.
It's okay.
It's all
while you're finding that, I'm gonna mention another Watchmojo, a quick one. When they put up the worst movies of 2022, they put the Pinocchio remake on there at number 3, the Disney remake. Why are you putting that instead of Pauly Shore's version?
Oh my god.
That one.
I can't believe.
To be on the list.
I don't know why I even bothered to watch it if it doesn't even make sense.
Nothing about it does. I swear, Father, when can I leave to be on my own? Skitty, 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 skitty. That's literally some of his lines in there. Like, what the heck was going on?
Yeah, the Pong I had issues with, like the end, they don't even show the boy provoking and transforming to human. That's the issues that I have.
Uh-oh.
And some of them I do agree with too.
I
but
think I
yes,
got it.
Okay, go ahead.
Let's just get through this.
Only I could see you now, without my band or my roadies around. I wish that you were here somehow on a tour bus to my soul. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
We're so far.
Okay, that. Sorry, I'm sorry.
That one I've heard worse.
I don't think.
Again, Roseanne Barr sounds a lot worse.
Yeah.
I can name one that might actually be a bit worse right now, but I'm saving that for later because it's
Oh,
actually
boy.
on my Watchmojo list. Anyway,
Go for it, because I already mentioned mine.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and sign out because it's 11:05 and I have a low battery.
okay, I got you, Benjamin.
It was great to see you, and
Good to see
I'm
you, man.
glad we could do. I mean, I'm glad we could bring Justice for Veggie Tales together.
Yes.
Totally.
Thank you. And movie fan, I'm sorry for torturing you with that request.
Oh, it's okay. Sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. So, George, what are you up to? That cat's up to something.
Oh,
I'll find out later. Anyway, yeah. It's okay. It's no problem. I'll survive it. I've had worse. Believe me, I've had worse. If you heard Britney Spears sing My Prerogative,
at least she can sing.
true, but she can't cover. That's the thing. So, butcher. And come to think of it, there's another. This brings us to the next one. There was one other song that did not make the dishonorable mention cut by Benjamin, and this was. I'm sure everybody's heard the song "Ain't Too Proud to Beg" by the Temptations.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Oops.
Honey, I'm surprised at you. Anyway, I'll say it anyway. All right. Okay. Well, anyway, for the other one, I don't expect anyone to really look that one up. Give me a second.
Mm-hmm.
I'll give a demonstration.
Yeah, I think I
A darn
heard
good
it.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Give me a minute. It's going to take me a minute. Oh, for the record, because of YouTube and all that, I'm not going to play the entire song, just a part of it. Well, anyway, this song is probably one of the most legendary songs the Temptations ever did. I'm not kidding. It's pretty much their big headliner. But anyway, there were quite a few people who covered it, and some people did a real good job. Even the California Raisins did a real good job with that one. But yeah, they did. I'm not kidding. But excuse me. Anyway, unfortunately, it was covered by two other groups. One of them, I never heard of them before, and I think they may have done this first, but I'm not sure. I can't even remember the name. And unfortunately, and I hate to say this, folks, it was also covered by the Rolling Stones, and they butchered it bad. I think they were basically copying what the other guys did. I'm not kidding. Sorry, excuse me a minute.
It's your mama. Oh my gosh.
No. I'll go. Okay. You guys are going to have to give me a minute here. I got to take care of something.
Okay. I guess in the meantime, I mean, did you want to mention any lists from Watchmojo?
Yeah. All I say it is, I will have to bring this up. Like, certain reasons for the my childhood, like the Teenage Ninja Turtles.
Hmm.
Yeah, the newest movies that I had issues with that, like you seen this new movie of the Teenage Ninja Turtles Mutant. That's this new movie that came out like I'll say last year or two.
I've seen the trailers for it, but I
Yeah,
haven't seen the movies. Oops.
yeah. Well, seeing the movie gets here, Warner, but the movie that I seen is kind of around like and at first it was okay against, and then the end of the day, like they make this character a little goofy is instead of make them like teenagers like everybody else, like the franchise, like the 2000 version one and Sprinter. They
Oh,
should have made Sprinter like very serious character like the previous one.
they
Man,
don't
you
make him
should have.
serious?
No, they don't even make them series. Like the lesson, like you should have seen it. You know,
Oh dear.
like the end of the scene. Oh my god, it
Oh
was
no.
it was so done. I'm gonna get this a 4. I did not like this movie at all. I mean, they supposed to make the storylines, the characters like. I mean, no offense for April, like they make her character fat instead of skinny and prettier. I don't
Well,
understand, and no offense for her, but they're going too far for this. I'm going to say this to that. They're going too far.
how so? Going too far.
Like, because a lot of fans really started hating it. I mean, I'm not defensive for anything. Like, they're going completely too far with some of these kids, like April. Like I said, like second a minute ago, they make her
Oh.
character really look fat instead of skinny.
Oh.
Like, I'm really serious. You should have seen it. I mean, unless you've seen it, the trailer one.
I haven't seen it. I Truth is I've not really seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I sadly saw the Christmas special one and it's horrendous.
Oh,
Yeah. Movie Fan and I a couple years ago did a dare to compare which Christmas special was worse, that one or the Star Wars, and Star Wars proved to be worse.
yeah. That's when Disney bought it today. Like, I did not watch that type of Star Wars today. I only watched the pre-sequels one and the original one.
I stopped at I stopped at the sequels because I just didn't have time and interest. I lost interest. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I let's see. Trying to remember what I was going to say. I Though I will be fair and say that I think Watchmojo did come up with some good lists as well. Movie Fan's back.
Sorry about that. Okay.
It's okay.
Anyway, well, do you guys think we're done with the Dr. Cox part at this point?
I think
Or
we
hang
can
on.
let it. I think we can let him go, but for the heck of it, let's just do one last round.
All right. Double round.
Wrong.
Yeah, me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wrong, wrong, wrong,
Wrong,
wrong.
wrong,
You're
wrong.
wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Hey, Common Rider. And I'll do it one more time anyway, just for a last go.
Wrong, wrong,
Wrong,
wrong,
wrong,
wrong, wrong, wrong, wrong, wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong. You're wrong.
My headphones almost
Okay.
fell.
Bye, Dr. Cox.
Bye. Thank you, Dr. Cox.
Anyway. Yep. Well, anyway, where was I? Oh, yes. This was probably one of the most famous songs ever. Maybe you've heard it and didn't know what it was. It's possible. But anyway, I'm going to play a little bit of that for you. And then later on you'll see exactly why the Rolling Stones version should have been labeled as a big piece of crap that butchered the song. Here we go.
Wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go.
Temptons.
If I have to beg, please, for your sympathy.
Man, I think I listened to it the other day. I did watch the movie of this.
Let me try that again. I don't. Hang on.
I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause you mean
I remember
much
that.
to me. Ain't you proud to beg, and you know it. Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl. Now I heard a crying man is half the man with no sense of pride. But if I have to cry to keep you, I don't mind weeping if it'll keep you by my side. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl. If I have to sleep on your doorstep all night and day, just to keep you from walking away, let your friends laugh, even this I can stand, 'cause I wanna keep you any way I can. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl. Now I've got a love so deep in the pit of my heart, and each day it grows more and more. I'm not ashamed to come and plead to you, baby. If pleading keeps you from walking out that door, ain't you proud to beg? If you know it, please don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl. Baby, baby, baby.
Yeah.
Awesome.
You can see now why that was probably their greatest hit.
Temptons. Man.
Yeah. The Temptations, they were the greatest. I always loved them. But anyway, the Rolling Stones covered that song, and some other group did too. I never heard of that group, and I swear the Stones were copying them. Maybe it's the other way around. I don't know. This is what they did.
I refuse to let you.
Hang on. This is a small promo, so you won't get the whole thing, and I think you're better off. Trust me.
I know you wanna leave me, but I refuse to let you go. If I have to beg, plead for your sympathy, I don't mind, 'cause it means that much to me. Ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me, don't you go. Ain't you proud to plead, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, don't you go. Well, I heard a quiet man is half a man with no sense of pride. If I cry to keep you, I don't mind weeping. If weeping gonna keep you by my side, ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Please don't leave me,
That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. That's enough. I can't take this no more. No, we're done. We're done. You see what I mean?
Yeah. Now I know what you mean.
I mean, I like the Rolling Stones, but this sucks eggs in the worst way. And that look on Bonnie's face
what
says
the
it all
hell?
right there. This didn't make the cut as a worst cover. How did this not make the cut?
Man,
I mean,
all
this
this
is
time.
pathetic.
Yeah, this is ridiculous. This shouldn't be even copy their stolen. It's like they're stolen.
Yeah. I mean, it might as well be, you know, because when they butcher them that bad.
Singing, they don't express the passion in those words.
No.
I mean, one of the things that Mama would comment about singing is that you don't just sing it, you mean it.
Yeah. Even Bob Dylan meant his stuff.
And they're just singing it.
Yeah.
They're not, they're not passionate. They're not expressive about these words. The Temptations most definitely were. And you're saying that this did not go on the Mojo list.
Nope. It didn't even make the cut. Not even as a dishonorable mention. And it should have.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard it on the radio recently, and I was thinking to myself, you've got to be kidding me. And I like the Rolling Stones. They have great stuff. I mean, Satisfaction and stuff. But that was their thing, and they made it work for them. But this, they're not even trying here.
Yeah, they're going too far. I'm going to be honest. They're going completely too far.
I mean, come on. Don't you go. That's all they got to say about this. Please don't leave me. Don't you go. Sounds like a beatnik poem, and a real bad one. That is, was there ever a good beatnik poem? Let's get real. So, yeah. And you know what? I did prepare this one in advance just because I figure you guys might like this. The California Raisins covered this, and they did a better job. And it's more like a gag in a way, this video. But the video doesn't really match what the song is, but the song is still good. So, you'll see. And actually, they do a better job.
Yeah, they did a way good. They really did good, better than the Rolling Stone does.
Oh yeah, wait till you hear the whole song. I hopefully you could hear it. It's a little lower. I don't know why, but yeah.
I don't know. I guess the video.
Like I said, the video doesn't really match, but it works. Sorry. Can you hear it, Bonnie? Okay, good.
Yeah, hear it.
That's pretty good.
That's
good.
Can you hear it, Bonnie? Okay.
Yes.
Just to make sure. Whoops.
If I have to sleep on your doorstep all night and day, just to keep you from walking away. Let your friends laugh, even this I can stand, 'cause I wanna keep you. Anyway, I can, ain't too proud to beg, sweet darling. Ooh, don't leave me, girl. Ain't too proud to be, baby, baby. Please don't leave me, girl. Now I got a love so deep in the pit of my heart, and each day it grows more and more. I'm not ashamed to call and plead to you, baby. If pleading keeps you from walking out that door, ain't you proud to beg, sweet darling? Ooh, don't leave me, girl. Ain't you proud to please, baby, baby? Please don't leave me, girl.
They actually do a great job.
Yeah. They
How
do.
do they
Yeah,
do
they
it? This is
do.
the California Raisins.
Yeah. Yeah, it was for one of their little TV specials. In fact, this is what kicked off the California Raisin craze. Well, that after the commercials, of course. But yeah. Yeah, there you could tell, even though the video doesn't really match the song, it still works. And plus, there's passion in their words here. There's really something going there.
Yep.
Yeah.
Unlike the Stones.
By the way, this isn't really a wrong from Watchmojo, but I miss them doing this.
What's that?
There was a time where they would do a top 10 notes on literature,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
I actually enjoyed. So they would they do a top 10 notes on stories like let's see, Animal Farm, Dr. Faustus,
Yeah.
a Hamilton, etc.
I remember the
Mice
Animal
and
Farm
Men.
one. Ooh, that was good.
Which one?
Oh, the Animal Farm one. They really covered the nitty gritty down to the
did.
wire.
They did, and I like that they did that. And I miss them doing that. I mean, and I would have liked to have seen them cover more classical stories and do that again.
Yeah,
So,
that's a shame.
And I miss the old days.
Watchmojo.
Me too.
Watchmojo, get back onto some literature notes. We missed those. I want to see your literature notes on books like 1984. I want to see literature notes on Treasure Island or Kidnapped or
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, yes.
That'd be a big one to cover.
Ben-Hur, because that actually is a classical book.
Yeah.
What else? What could they do? What's another classic that they haven't covered?
Family opera?
Yeah. I do it. So yeah. Here, Watchmojo. Here are some ideas for you.
Yeah.
So
there's
get
something.
on it.
Yep. Let's see. I do have one more. That is, if you don't have one, a fail or whatever, Bonnie, or do you?
I don't. That's pretty much my last one.
Okay. All right, then now we come to my last one. Then, what's he got here? Oh, yeah. Benjamin just sent me something. Oh yeah.
Same here. He sent me one too.
Probably the same one, I'll bet you. Anyway,
Yep.
Here's the.
I do have now one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Must have
I
sent it
do
here,
have
too.
another one.
Oh, okay.
Because this mind that I wanted to get this mind out of my head of the Ninja
Sure, go
Turtles.
ahead, man.
Like this new Ninja Turtles that I sing the other day, well, a year ago. Man.
Yeah.
Like this new Ninja Turtles that I sing, like it was good at first, and then I realized that they don't focus on the storylines. Like some of these characters is not, they didn't felt like they want. It's not even better than the previous Turtles that we used to know. Like making these Turtles like some of these easily serious.
Yeah. Yep. That was bad. That was bad.
Yeah, I'm
Are you
gonna be
talking the
honest.
movie or the Rise series?
The movie, the new movie came out.
Oh yeah,
a year ago.
I had a feeling it was that. Yeah.
It was.
Yeah. That was. I'm sorry, but Seth Rogen should not direct. I'm telling you, he really shouldn't.
Yeah, that's when I want to get his stuff on my head.
I don't blame you. 2-1. I'll bet you Watchmojo will say it was a great movie that year. Yeah, so whatever. Anyway, here's my final one for this, and this one I know Shamar, you would definitely probably agree with me the most on this one.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, folks, I got to bring in Power Rangers. Well, here it comes. Well, recently, and I called them out big time on this one when Once and Always came out. They made a top 10 list of, I'm not making this up, folks. It was titled Top 10 Things You Missed, and quote, you missed in Once and Always. And they brought up all the details like, let's see, the Radbug 2, which was obviously a shout out to the first one. And oh my God, so many other things. Bulk and Skull is shown for a minute. The fact that Power Rangers SPA badges were on Adam and Aisha's uniforms, which was a predecessor to SPD, which was a shout out to that. And I'm thinking to myself, I made a whole video calling that out. And boy, every one of them, I literally gave them 9 strikes out of 10 for that. Because only one a fan could have missed. And that was because it was so quick and because it was about a character who most people wouldn't even remember. And that's all there is to it. So, yeah, and here's what the problem is. The title, it says Top 10 Things You Missed, referring to everyone. And hardcore fans like myself, and I'm sure you, Shamar, you watched it. Well, we wouldn't have missed this. We wouldn't have missed any of these things, except for maybe 1 or 2, maybe. And that's a stretch. And it's insulting because that's referring that even the fans would have missed this. And let me ask everybody a question here. Think of your favorite TV show or whatever movie growing up, and they did a reunion later on, okay? Like, Bonnie, you're a big fan of VeggieTales.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Let's say that, let's just go on a limb here and say that they've been off the air for 30 years. And just all of a sudden, right now, they did a big reunion and, they did all kinds of stuff, most likely nostalgia, because let's get real, that's how it always goes. Now, would you be able to pick out all those nostalgic moments, or at least a majority of them, being a fan?
I would say 90%.
Exactly. And basically, when they said top 10 things you missed, that's referring that everyone, including the fans, would have missed this. And that's an insult. Now, if it went under a different title saying top 10 things only Power Rangers fans would know, then I would say to that one. But,
Fair enough.
Yeah,
no,
I'm going to be
that's
honest.
a fact.
It's once.
Yeah, because hardcore fans would not miss this. And that's the truth. There was like one that I know I missed, but one, it happened so fast. And, the character, nobody remembers him because he was barely there for one episode for barely 10 minutes. Oh, 5, sorry. Oh, no, 2. So, of course it was bound to happen. But anyway, and I'm not going to get into details, folks, on that. But anyway, what have we got here? Oh, Common Raiders got something to say here. 1 second here. Oh, that again. Yeah, see? Top 10, 20 scandals video. And then a couple months later, he came out with another video with a little similar to that one. See? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Their laziness.
Oh, I do remember one other thing. And we were going to, you did call this out. Watchmojo and Jason David Frank.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in my case, they did bring up one big one, and that they did do a great top 10 list for him. They did.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah. But that was dedicated to him. That's why. So, and Bonnie, they did have him on the list of celebrities who died.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. But it's okay. It's good that you brought it up to me anyway, just in case. But yeah, they did bring him up. So that's
Fair
one
enough.
thing let's just call that an ending of one thing that they did right. So, but yeah, the fact is, folks, when there's a reunion or a special anniversary episode, people who grew up with or watched the show religiously, we are going to know what's going on. we are going to spot those Easter eggs at least 90% of the time, maybe even 100, who knows. But yeah, the fact is, by saying that we missed it, that's insulting. That is completely insulting.
Yeah.
And yeah, Shamar, I don't know. Have you ever seen that video I made on it? Oh boy, was I really letting them have it.
Yeah.
So, oh,
Yeah, I think
LBT
I
showed
did.
up. Yeah. Hey, LBT. Good to see you. I hate to
Is
tell
it
you this,
on-
man. You kind of came in at the tail end, I'm afraid. No pun intended.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I'm ready to sign off. But this
Me
was a
too.
lot of fun.
It
And
was.
I feel so happy to have called them out for I
LBT's ready.
feel so oh yeah.
Sorry.
I pretty much agree that Watchmojo is going haywire. Though I will be fair and say there are a lot of lists I will agree I do agree with. But there are some videos where I will where they are 100% wrong, or even just maybe 1 out of 10 wrong.
Yeah.
I am so happy. Thank you, Benjamin, for helping me call out them for that annoying kids list, because that was dead wrong.
LBT, I'm sorry. We are about to wrap this up. I'm sorry to tell you, man.
Sorry.
But
maybe next Saturday, if he had a chance, he will.
maybe next time. I mean, I can't be sure about next Saturday. You know how it is. We all get busy around here, but
Yeah.
maybe next time. So I'm sorry, LBT. I really am. It just didn't work out that way. But yeah, I'm sorry, man. Yeah. But what were you saying? I'm sorry, Bonnie. I had
Oh,
to.
no. It's just this has been a lot of fun, guys.
Totally.
I'm glad we could do this.
Yeah, me too, because I've been itching to call out some of that garbage for a long time, especially the Simpsons ones.
Yes.
I mean, I'm sorry. They predict nothing. Some of it is simple logic, and it really is like Fox being bought out by Disney. Come on, who's the biggest producer? Disney. So sooner or later, I think it was just inevitable it was going to happen. And I'm sorry. And I'm sorry, but 9/11, no.
I totally agree. I agree.
Yeah. And again, the iWatch that was predicted in 1946 under a different category. And then, of course, the Power Rangers did it in 1993.
And you didn't defend the census didn't defend it. It was people before you.
Yep, exactly. They just echoed it. That's all.
Yep.
But
they
yeah.
repeated it. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm just so glad to finally bring that up. And who knows, maybe some other live streams will do some more stuff. Not necessarily on this level here, because I got a few in mind. Because you know what? I will make a small announcement. I don't know when this is going to be yet, but LBT, if you're still there, I hope you're interested in this one. Shamar, I think you know exactly what I'm talking about. One of these days, I'm going to do a live stream about why we blame Saban, the creator of Power Rangers, for so much. So hopefully you can be there. When it comes around, I'll let you know. But at the moment, I'm still debating on the time because I got a lot of stuff going on. So, yeah. But it's been great to call all this out. There's so much, so much garbage, so much falsehoods that they've been given. And I'm glad you were here, Shamar, for this one. It's always good to get some feedback.
Yeah.
Oh, and I definitely want to thank my bro Skystub and my bro Antoni for helping out on that one too. They gave us a lot to think about. Definitely. So, and once again, I definitely want to thank the one and only and the very beautiful Bonnie from Joy Unicycle for assisting me on this one, because I knew she would just want to be a part of this. So,
thanks for inviting me.
Oh, you're welcome, Bonnie. So, well, folks, we're going to have to wrap this up now because we literally are done. So, oh, you're going to be in on that one, bro. I got to show this.
Man.
Yep. Oh, you'll be in on it when it's time. And believe me, folks, I'll let you know when that comes around. I don't think it's going to be anytime soon, though, because I'm still working on a great thumbnail, and I'm also working on a great little promo video for it. So, yeah. So, okay. But, okay, let's just wrap this up here. So, once again, I want to thank everybody for joining me on this. So, thanks for coming. Hope to see you again soon. This is Movie Fan signing off.
Bye.